dorsiflexion is the action of moving your toe towards your shin. It's involved in everyday movements such as walking. If dorsiflexion is limited, it will cause issues elsewhere and generally moves up the kinetic chain, so to knee, hip, back, shoulder and then into your neck. The muscles used in dorsiflexion are the tibialis anterior and the extensor muscles of the front of the lower leg. To measure your range of dorsiflexion, it's quite often used the knee to wall test. So bringing your foot so that your heel is flat on the ground, you then take your knee forward so that you can touch the wall in front, making sure that your hip and knee stay aligned. Now this is quite easy. You then just shuffle your foot back a little bit and you test again. Now for me that's now too far, so I have to move my foot forward a little bit until I can get to the right position. Making sure I'm completely aligned. Heel on the ground, knee touching the wall. I then use a tape measure or ruler to measure from the wall, the start of the wall, to the top of my big toe. And that gives me the measurement for my dorsiflexion. Obviously I would measure both legs. The normal measurement is 12.5 centimetres or more to get normal range of movement. Good dorsiflexion allows runners to absorb the shock of landing, tenses the muscles to spring forward into the next stride, therefore meaning they have less ground contact time per stride, making them faster and more efficient runners. In everyday life, if you have poor dorsiflexion, you tend when you walk to either slap the ground or you tend to have a bit of an early heel rise, creating a bit of a bouncy walk. In squatting or lunging, trying to get depth, we overcompensate and tend to hinge forward at the hips. So when our bum going back, we then bring those hips forward. For knees, they can have injury because they over-absorb, because the foot isn't absorbing the landing, the knee then over-absorbs. But we also have potential for the knee falling in, etc. Plantar fascia issues can be caused in the foot, and also it can cause hip pain, which is no surprise if we're getting things like this or hips dropping, etc. There's a number of reasons why you can get limited dorsiflexion. Could be due to immobility in the joint, it could be due to genetics or injury. But for a lot of us it's caused because we have a tight gastroc complex, the calf muscle, and probably weak anterior muscles. I'm going to show you a couple of things you can do to help that. So the first one is a bit of fascia release. So just roll in, if you have a roller on the calf, and just going up and down, making sure you got the whole calf. And then get to maybe the sort of fleshy middle bit, just rolling side to side, making sure you go all the way to the top, the sides of it. Now if you do find a bit of a sore point, you can actually just stay on that sore point and again we'll just roll side to side on it. Some people might prefer to use a ball, so a lacrosse ball, hockey ball, tennis ball, all-purpose designed ball, and again you can do the rolling on that. And that's useful to do just to release any knots or fascia that's maybe sort of knitted together. It'll help with the flexibility. A calf stretch will also help with that flexibility. So taking your ball of your foot onto a block or a low curb or step, making sure that your glute is above your ankle and stepping forward as far as you can. It might just be to here, maybe a bit further, to stretch that calf. Again, we also remember to do both sides. That's a calf stretch that you can hold around 15 seconds. Other exercises to help improve flexibility could be similar to your knee to wall stretch. So going in here, just moving backwards and forwards, creating flexibility. In the ankle. To create some strength into the tibialis anterior and the longest, extend the longest muscles, and do some heel walks. Walking around on your heels, lifting them up. But the other one I'm going to show you is some heel dips. Standing on a step or again a curb that's higher than you can, so you can't touch with your heels, stand on the balls of your feet. Lift up nice and slowly, really controlled, and lowering down as far as you can. So you don't want to touch the ground when you lower down. We want to do 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 of these. Really controlling it, really feeling that stretch when you go down. There's some exercises you can do to help improve a limited dorsiflexion, especially if it's to do with tight calves or weaker anterior